smell of this, just fantastic. You get this amazing consomme. But this is what it's all about. There's something about this that I just love. It just tastes wonderful. This is perfect for one of those dishes that you can make way ahead of time. Make it now for next Christmas. Simple, tasty, and delicious. Belt-busting food isn't compulsory at Christmas, so why not try something lighter instead? This one packs so much flavour, and it's the ideal antidote to seasonal stodge. Now, one of my favourite dishes to make in advance is consomme, and it's one of those dishes that have kind of fallen out of favour, really, I suppose, over the years. People think it's more complicated than it is. It's actually really simple. Roughly chop a couple of carrots and 1 leek and throw them in a pan. Next, chop some fresh thyme and add it to the pan along with some good quality lean beef mince. Then whisk 2 egg whites together. It's the whites that will clarify and clear our consomme to give it that classic appearance. Add the whisked egg whites to the pan along with some beef stock. Then bring it gently to a simmer for 1.5 hours. Don't boil or stir it, because as the egg whites set, they capture anything that could cloud the consomme. While this cooks, I can get on with the pasta. Now for a tortellini, I'm kind of going to cheat really. I'm going to use some pate. I'm stuffing the tortellini with the pate, and once made, they can be kept in the freezer for months. But first, I've got to get my pasta rolled as thin as I can. It's a good idea to roll it out a couple of times through the machine, just to make sure it really is thin. I'm going to cut this roughly in half, like that, and then we can start to fill it. Lay 2 neat rows of pate filling on the pasta sheet, and then brush around each ball with a little water. Next, lay another sheet of pasta on the top, and use a biscuit cutter to cut out your shape. And what I'm going to do now is just basically take this mixture, fold it over. Simply wrap both ends around your finger and press to secure. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just think they look nice. Purists probably be screaming at the TV now, but I just think they look so much nicer. Continue cutting and shaping your pasta. You'll need 3 for each serving. And then place them in the fridge. Now time to check on the consomme. If I lift a bit out in the spoon, that egg white is doing its thing. You can see that starting to clear that once cloudy stock. See that? Already starting to come through. You've got bits and pieces in there, but those bits and pieces will actually start to clog up and solidify together as it cooks. This dish does call for a little time and patience. But while the consomme does its thing, you can do yours, especially if it's Christmassy. Is that it? Ralph? Going, Dad, don't make me look stupid. A little tidbit will soon have Ralph the red-nosed dog deer a little happier. Good boy. Once the consomme has had its hour and a half, strain the liquid through a muslin cloth. And then you end up with this amazing consomme, this beautiful, clear, smelling and tasting liquid, which is so, so good. We just leave that to gently warm through, and while that's happening, we can just prepare the rest of our little garnish for our pot. And to do that, I'm going to use a Parisienne scoop. Now, I say Parisienne scoop. If you're from Chelsea, it's a Parisienne scoop. Anywhere else, it's a melon baller, all right? So you just scoop out some courgette. Once you've scooped enough from the courgette, do the same with a carrot. Then pop the balls into a pan of boiling water for a couple of minutes, along with the tortellini. Once drained, we're ready to serve. So we take the garnish first of all, your nice veg and your tortellini. Just put a few in the bottom. This is what I like about this. You can almost eat the consomme and you get this little little nugget of gold in the bottom. And then we pour this over the top. The smell of this, just fantastic. You get this amazing consomme. But this is what it's all about. There's something about this that I just love. It just tastes wonderful. This is perfect for one of those dishes that you can make way ahead of time. Make it now for next Christmas. Simple, tasty, and delicious. This may be a soup in a cup, but it's unlike any cup of soup that you've ever tasted. A rich, deep broth with a light-filled pasta, and it's freezer-friendly too.